Hello students, welcome to another video of number theory. In the previous lecture we have seen the 6 statements. The 6 statements are these. In the previous lecture we have seen these 6 statements, from which we have already proved the first 2 statements. Now today we are going to prove the remaining 3 statements and some another examples. Now to prove the third statement, the statement is if A is congruent to B mod m and C is congruent to D mod m, then we have to prove that A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod m and A into C is congruent to B into C mod m. To prove this statement, let us start proof of third statement. That is, the third statement gives proof of third statement. We have given A is congruent to B mod m and C is congruent to D mod m. A is congruent to B mod m and C is congruent to D mod m, and we have to prove that our claim is A plus C is congruent to B plus D modulo m and A into C is congruent to B into D modulo m. To prove this, we are going to use these two. From these first two equations, we can use the definition of congruence, and after that we can use the definition of divisibility on both statements, that is both congruence. Therefore, since A is congruent to B mod m and C is congruent to D mod m, we can say that since A is congruent to B mod m and C is congruent to D mod m, gives us this m divides A minus B and this m divides C minus D. These by using definition of congruence. Now using definition of divisibility on these two, we get, therefore by using definition of divisibility, we can say that this A minus B is equals to m into, suppose this k1, and C minus D is equals to m into k2. Suppose this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. We have to prove that A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod m and AC is congruent to BD mod m. First of all, we are going to prove A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod m. Now we have these two equations, that is A plus B is equals to m k1 and C plus D is equals to m k2. So if we add these two equations, that is A minus B and C plus D, we get, adding equation 1 and 2, we get, adding equations 1 and 2, we get, adding equations, these two equations, we get A minus B plus C minus D is equals to m k1 plus m k2. So this gives us we have to prove that A plus C is congruent to B plus D mod m, that is we have to prove that m divides A plus C minus B plus D. From this equation we can write it as A plus C, taking minus sign common from this minus B and minus D, we get minus sign common. So B plus D is equals to m into some k prime, that is taking m common, we get m into k1 plus k2. So m k prime, where k prime is equals to k1 plus k2. This gives us m divides this difference, that is this gives m divides A plus C minus B plus D by definition of congruence. We have written this by definition of divisibility. By definition of divisibility, we have m divides A plus C minus b plus d. Since a plus c minus b plus d is equals to m into some integer, this k prime is again an integer. Since k1 k2 are integers, so their addition is again integer, so k prime is an integer. So a plus b minus a plus c minus b plus d is equals to m into k prime, gives us m divides a plus c minus b plus d. Now we can use the definition of congruence here. Here m divides this x minus y, so this gives us x is congruent to y modulo m. So a plus c is congruent to b minus d mod m. This gives a plus c is congruent to b plus d modulo m, b plus d modulo m. Hence the first claim is proved. Now to prove AC is congruent to BD mod m. To prove this, we again have A is congruent to B mod m and C is congruent to D mod m. So from this we can say that we can simplify A minus B is equals to m k1 and C minus D is equals to m k2. From these two equations again we are going to prove that AC is congruent to BD mod m. Since we have equation 1 and 2, since from equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and equation 2, we have what we have, a minus b is equals to m k1 and c minus d is equals to m k2. A minus b is equals to m into k1 and c minus d is equals to m into k2, and we are going to prove A into C is congruent to B into D modulo m. So we must prove that m divides AC minus BD. From that m divides AC minus BD, we can say that AC is congruent to BD mod m. To prove this, we can multiply C here and B here. We get AC minus BC is equals to MC K1, and multiplying by B here we get BC. So minus BC plus BC is going to cancel. So multiplying this equation by C and multiplying this equation by B, that is multiplying equation 1 by C and equation 2 by B, we get multiplying equation 1 by C and equation 2 by B, we get AC minus BC is equals to m into C into K1 and B into C minus B into D is equals to m into B into K2. Now adding these two equations, suppose this is the equation number 3 and this is the equation number 4. So adding equations 3 and 4, we get AC minus BC plus BC minus BD is equals to m CK1 plus this BK2. Taking m common, we can write m into CK1 plus B into CK2. Now we can rearrange this as AC minus BD, since minus BC plus BC is going to cancel. So AC minus BD is equals to m into some K prime, where K prime is equals to, where this K prime is equals to CK1 plus BK2 plus B into K2 is again an integer. So we get m K prime is equals to AC minus BD. So this gives m divides AC minus BD. So using definition of divisibility, here we can write m divides AC minus BD. Therefore this gives us m divides AC minus BD, and this is by definition of divisibility, by using definition of divisibility. Now using definition of congruence here, AC is minus BD, that is m divides AC minus BD, gives us this AC is congruent to BD under modulo m. This gives AC is congruent to BD under modulo m. Hence the proof. Hence the proof of second statement, sorry, proof of third statement. Now to prove the fourth one, the fourth statement was A is congruent to B mod m. The fourth statement was, sorry, this is the fourth statement. The fourth statement was, if B is congruent to, if A is congruent to B modulo m and D is any positive divisor of m, then A is congruent to B mod D. Now we have given A is congruent to B mod m and a positive divisor D of m, and we have to prove that this A is congruent to B mod D. Now to prove this third statement, given that A is congruent to B mod m, let A is congruent to B mod m, A is congruent to B mod m, and D is any positive divisor of m, that is D divides m and D greater than 0. So here D divides m, so we can use definition of divisibility. By definition of divisibility, there exists an integer k such that m is equals to dk, m is equals to d into some k. This is by definition of division. Suppose this is equation number 1, we have m is equals to dk. This is from the given things, and we have to prove that A is congruent to B mod D. That is, we have to prove that D divides the difference A minus B. But we have given A is congruent to B mod m. Also we have given, since this A is congruent to B mod m, so we can use the definition of congruence here. M divides A minus B. This is by definition of congruence. This is from the definition of congruence. This gives us A minus B is equals to m into some k prime by definition of divisibility. By definition of divisibility, A minus B is equals to m into some k prime. But from equation 1 we have m is equals to dk. So putting the value of m here, we get A minus B is equals to dk into this k prime. So we can write is again is equals to d into some k1, where k1 is equals to k into k prime. Thus we get A minus B is equals to d into some integer, gives us, this gives us D divides A minus B by definition of divisibility. By definition of divisibility, we can write D divides A minus B. Again using definition of congruence, gives us A is congruent to B mod D. This gives us A is congruent to B mod D. This is by using definition of congruence. By definition of congruence. By definition of congruence. Hence the proof of fourth statement. Now to prove fifth statement. The fifth statement was A is congruent to B mod m. Then we have to prove that AK is congruent to BK mod mk for any integer k. This is the simplest one. Since we have given A is congruent to B mod m, we can use the definition of congruence. That definition gives us m divides A minus B. Again using definition of divisibility, which gives us, we are going to see here. Now the fifth statement. The statement of fifth statement is, if A is congruent to B mod m, then we have to prove that AK is congruent to BK mod m. Let this A is congruent to B mod m. So we can write this m divides A minus B by definition of congruence. By definition of congruence. this gives us a minus b is equals to m into k by definition of divisibility. By definition of divisibility. So multiplying, suppose we have to prove that ak is congruent to bk mod m, so we are going to use different notation as suppose k1. This k1 is an integer, so a minus b is equals to m k1. Now we are going to multiply both side by k. This gives us ak minus bk is equals to mk into k1 multiplying by k. Multiplying both side by k, we get this gives us this mk into another integer, this, therefore this equation gives us mk divides ak minus bk. This mk divides ak minus bk. This is by definition of divisibility. From definition of divisibility. Now using definition of congruence, this gives us ak is congruent to bk. ak is congruent to bk under mod mk by definition of congruence. By definition of congruence. Hence the proof of all the 5 statements. Now the next example. Next example. Take next example as if p is prime. Next example is if p is prime, if p is prime and a square is congruent to b square mod p. A square is congruent to b square mod p, then prove that either p divides a plus b or p divides a minus b. Either p divides a plus b or p divides a minus b. This, to prove this, we have given p is prime number and also we have given that a square is congruent to b square mod p. So we are going to use these two given things. Since a square is congruent to b square mod p and p is prime and p is a prime number, p is prime, therefore, so on this congruence we can use the definition of congruence. Therefore p divides a square minus b square. This is by definition of congruence. By definition of congruence. By definition of congruence. Therefore this p divides a square minus b square, but we know that a square minus b square is equals to a minus b into a plus b. A minus b into a plus b. Factorizing a square minus b square, we get p divides this a plus b or a minus b. But this p is prime. But this p is prime number, and we have, if any prime divides the multiplication of two numbers, then we can say that either p divides this first integer or p divides the second integer. This is from Euclid's lemma. Therefore by Euclid's lemma, we say that either p divides first one, that is p divides a minus b, or p divides a plus b. Therefore by Euclid's lemma we get this p divides a minus b or p divides a plus b. P divides a minus b or p divides a plus b. Hence the solution of this example.